The rain hammered against the cracked window that night, relentless and cold. Inside the small, dimly lit house on the edge of town, Daniel sat hunched over the kitchen table, staring at the pile of overdue bills like they could somehow disappear if he looked hard enough. His hands were raw from the cold, his clothes threadbare, and his heart weighed down by years of struggle. Life as a single father had left him exhausted, every day a battle just to survive. 3 years ago, a sudden accident had stolen his wife from him. And since then, every decision, every sacrifice had been for his little girl. Lily, dreams had long since been replaced with necessities keeping a roof over their heads, food in the pantry, and love enough to fill the emptiness left behind. But that night, as thunder rattled the sky and shadows danced across the walls, a soft knock cut through the storm. Daniel froze. Hesitant, he rose and shuffled to the door. Outside, dripping and shivering, stood a young woman. Her face was pale, framed by wet hair plastered to her cheeks, and her oversized coat did little to hide the curve of her stomach. She was pregnant. "Please," she whispered, voice barely above the storm, trembling. I need somewhere to stay. Just for a little while." Daniel's chest tightened. He didn't know her, didn't know her story, didn't even know her name. Yet something in her, Uzara, desperate, fear-stirred. A part of him he thought had long died. Against every instinct, he stepped aside. "You can stay," he said softly. "I have a room." And in that quiet moment, with the storm raging around them, Daniel had no idea that one simple act of kindness would turn his world upside down forever. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Whispers of Kindness. Your support helps us share more stories that touch the heart. Her name, she finally said, was Anna. She didn't offer anything more, and Daniel didn't press. There was a fragility about her, like a bird with a broken wing, and he knew some wounds couldn't be probed. Over the next few days, Anna began to settle into the small guest room. She kept mostly to herself, quietly helping around the house, washing dishes, folding laundry, reading bedtime stories to Lily, who seemed to love her instantly. But Daniel noticed the little things no one else would. The way she'd stare out the rain-streaked window as if haunted by memories. The tremble in her hands whenever she held her phone, never answering it. The way her eyes glistened when Lily hugged her goodnight, as though the simple warmth of a child's affection was something foreign, almost painful to receive. One quiet evening, over the soft clatter of dishes, Daniel finally asked, "Anna, where's your family? Surely someone's worried about you." Her body stiffened. For a fleeting moment, the mask she carried so carefully cracked, and a shadow of pain flickered across her face. "My family," she whispered, almost too soft to hear. "They wouldn't understand. They wouldn't want me. Not like this." She rested a gentle hand on her swollen belly, and Daniel felt the weight of words unspoken. He didn't press. He understood. Some doors couldn't be opened yet. Days bled into weeks. Slowly, almost imperceptibly, Anna's laughter began to echo through the house, blending with Lily's giggles. And for the first time in years, Daniel found himself smiling, a real, unguarded smile. There was something about Anna, her quiet courage, her small acts of kindness, that made the little house feel alive again, as if hope itself had crept through the rain-streaked windows. The house felt alive again. But Daniel couldn't shake the feeling that Anna was hiding something. The truth revealed itself one morning when a sleek black car appeared at the end of the dirt road. its tinted windows glinting in the sunlight. Anna froze, her face draining of color. She bolted inside, trembling, and locked herself in the guest room. Daniel's heart raced as confusion and protectiveness collided. He knocked gently. "Anna, what's happening?" "They've found me," she whispered, panic lacing every syllable. "I can't go back. Please, Daniel, don't let them take me." Her confession spilled out, shaking the room like thunder. Anna wasn't just a lost girl seeking refuge. She was the daughter of one of the richest families in the country, a heiress to millions. She had run, desperate to escape an arranged marriage that would have cemented business empires but crushed her freedom. And the child she carried, it was the son of the one man she had truly loved, man her family despised. So completely they had cut her off entirely. Daniel stood frozen, the weight of her words pressing down on him. A runaway heiress, hiding under his roof, sharing meals with him, reading bedtime stories to his daughter. It felt like something out of a novel. But looking into her tear-filled eyes, he saw no grandeur, no entitlement. He saw a woman terrified, vulnerable, desperate for the same simple thing he had spent years chasing, a place to belong. When the men in suits finally arrived at the doorstep, Daniel's resolve hardened. He squared his shoulders, his hands tight at his sides. "She doesn't want to go with you," he said, voice steady, every word carrying the weight of a man who had learned what it truly meant to protect someone he cared about. "You're not taking her." Though the men eventually left, the shadow of danger lingered. Anna knew she couldn't hide forever, but for now, within the walls of Daniel's modest home, she was safe. As weeks turned into months, her pregnancy progressed, and Daniel found himself caring for her in ways he never imagined, driving her to doctor's appointments, staying up late to cook meals when cravings struck, holding her hand through her fear's edge, act binding them closer. And somewhere along the way, without realizing it, Daniel began to fall for her. The thought terrified him. He was just a poor, struggling single dad. What could he possibly offer a woman born into unimaginable wealth? But Anna saw something money could never buy. She saw the gentle way he kissed Lily's forehead each night, the quiet sacrifices he made without complaint, the way he had turned a broken, lonely house into a home filled with warmth. Slowly, cautiously, she began to fall for him too. Then came the storm. Rain battered the roof, wind screamed through the cracks, and suddenly Anna went into labor. Panic surged through the small house as Daniel rushed to her side. There was no time for a hospital. It was Daniel's strong, trembling, terrified Daniel who held her hand through every contraction, whispered words of courage when she felt she couldn't endure, and finally, who caught their baby boy as he entered the world, as Anna held her newborn close, tears streaking her face. She whispered, "I've never felt home before, but this is home." Word eventually reached her family. Soon they returned, but not with threats this time. Her father, a proud man softened by regret, stood in Daniel's doorway, tears in his eyes. "She is my daughter," he admitted, voice heavy, "and I was wrong to lose her." Anna could have left then, returned to a life of mansions and luxury, disappearing into wealth and comfort. But she didn't. She chose the small, humble house where laughter echoed through the halls, where love was real, and where a single father had given her a chance when no one else would. In that moment, surrounded by family and the child of their hearts, they all learned the truth. Home isn't a place. It's the people who hold you, protect you, and love you through the storms.